So, hi Amirah, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. So, let's go for the first question. Actually, how did you start mindfulness? What is the reason for starting it?
Well, it happened during COVID. The whole world just shut down, and I was looking for a way to be able to manage my thoughts properly, manage my emotions properly. And something actually happened with me. It's a condition called misophonia, which means that I'm very sensitive to sounds. And it kind of evokes emotions within me. If, let's say, somebody's chewing loudly or somebody's dragging their furniture, I get very much affected. And it reached a point where I needed to find a way to reduce it. And I turned to mindfulness as a solution because I remember a YouTube video popping up saying, okay, to meditating, journaling, praying more. Yeah, that's my journey with mindfulness.
Oh, great. So, are you thinking as mindfulness to start as an organization? Like, how would you develop? How do you develop the mindfulness?
Well, I just set a morning and an evening routine. So in the mornings, I would dedicate about half an hour to meditation, and then I would start journaling, praying more. And then I would start my day to go. I would set about my intentions. I would write down what I'm grateful for. I would, just make a list of the things that I needed to do in the day so that I was more focused and my mind wasn't really running around all the time. And then in the evenings, this was, some type of winding down activity for me. So either I would practice yoga or I would practice again another half an hour of meditation. And then it would end with journaling for a while, just writing down how my day went, the types of goals I achieved, what I really liked about my day. And so, yeah, with time and with the consistency and with the effort of putting in time and energy every day, I started to develop a solid mindfulness routine.
Oh, great. So, what is your goals and what is your plan first of all?
All right. So I'm currently a senior. I graduate in about in a couple of weeks on the 21st of June, and I'm gonna go to university in August. In the meantime, I have very many goals that I want to pursue and I want to achieve. The first of the first one being I want to set up my mindfulness coaching business, which is going to be an online business for kids and teenagers who can come and we can hold workshops and one-to-one coaching or group coaching, just so that the kids and teens are able to develop their own mindfulness routines. um, the second goal that I have is that I'm very interested in autism spectrum disorder, and I would like to pursue that probably as a degree. I'm not really sure, but as of now, I want to be able to empower people who have been diagnosed with autism. So there is a training that I will be doing over the summer, which makes me qualified to um, to help people diagnosed with autism. And then after that, I love to read. So I have a book full of bookshelves which I want to finish in the next 2 months before I go off to university. And yeah, there are not so many goals, but they're very heavily condensed. So yeah.
Oh, great. So, could you just tell me, what is your success when you're, how did you got into mindfulness and like, how did you got in?
Well, I used to attend a lot of talks online, because when COVID happened, everything shut down, right? So you weren't allowed to even go outside for a walk. And with the advancement in technology, hosting workshops, online courses, all of those things became a medium through which I was able to understand mindfulness better. So with that, I joined a few groups who would help you with mindfulness, who would allow you to talk about, your emotions, your thoughts, how to navigate through them. And then there were also these other workshops that I would attend. They're affiliated with the Brahma Kumaris organization, which is an all women's organization that helps with spiritual development. And basically, I would just dedicate an hour or 2 hours every day to investing in myself, be it in personal development, spiritual development, emotional development. And yeah, that's pretty much how I just got into it and how I developed that practice.
Oh, great. So this is like a fun question. Like, could you describe about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I am 17 years old. I am an avid reader. I can read a book a day. I love to sing as well. I love hanging out in nature, and I am a natural social butterfly. So everyone always sees me talking to different people and meeting everyone and having fun conversations with them. Uh, yeah, that's about me.
Oh, great. So, like, what makes you uncomfortable, first of all?
What makes that's a very good question. I think what makes me uncomfortable is doing the same thing over and over again without having some sort of, fun tweaks to it or some sort of dynamic changes to it.
Oh, oh, great. So, the next question is like, what three skills you wish you had?
Okay, is this like fictionary skills or like skills that I actually wished I had?
The skills that you actually wish to have.
All right. Well, firstly, I wish that I was able to kind of I don't know. I wish I was able to code. I really like looking at people, how they're so much involved in computer science and doing all those fantastic things. The second thing is I really like studying about the brain, neuroscience and stuff like that and cognitive science. And I kind of wish I had the ability to develop some sort of mechanism where, you're able to kind of monitor your thoughts and, be able to, understand how your brain actually works. And the third thing is that a skill I wish I had was to be able to connect and communicate with other people, even people that have very different values from me, people who I would say are very, very different from me. I wish that I had those communication skills to kind of, connect and collaborate with them. I'm not saying that I don't, but I wish I could, tap into some sort of, place where I was able to connect with them more.
Oh, great. And what is your greatest fear you have?
I don't have any fears. Okay, I don't. You can. I follow this. I follow a quote that says, "Walk by faith and not by sight, and walk in faith, not in fear." And for me personally, if I am scared of something, or if I am fearful of something, that means that I don't believe in myself enough, that I don't have enough courage to pursue something that I really want to pursue. And ever since we were kids, I have a younger sister, and ever since we were kids, my mom has always told us that you don't have to be afraid of anything. As long as you put your mind to something, you can achieve anything, anything that you wish to achieve.
Yeah, that's true. That's all the mothers are superheroes for us.
Yes.
And what motivates you?
Well, my motivation comes within, because to me, my motivation comes from wanting to serve humanity in a way that I can make positive changes, not to, get recognition or, not to get that fame, but just to be able to make that positive change in somebody else's life so that they can live a better quality of life and that they can also teach others to live better qualities of life.
Great. And who is your inspiration and why you're saying that they are your inspiration for that?
Well, the first person I can think of is my mom. She is my number one inspiration because, to be very honest with you, Hassan, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be where I am without her today. And, she's inspired me a lot because she's a single mom and she's raised two girls for 17 years, 17 and we're 17 and 16. And even when times were really tough, she didn't give up. She kept pushing through. That sense of perseverance and that sense of support and accountability was always there, and she she taught me all the values, all the beliefs, all the attributes that I define myself by today. um yeah.
Oh, I want to give respect to your mom. Hats off to her. Just tell her
Yeah.
that I gave respect, and just I want to thank her first of all to raise you and your sisters. It was great. And also, yeah. So like if you became a company's founder, so if you're wishing to think like you want to give a gift to your mom, what gift it would be?
Well, I would well, to her, it's always been about service to humanity. And if I was the founder of a company, I would either make her the co-founder because she's like me, she can't sit still. She always has to do something. But I would also integrate everything that she's taught me, all the values, all the beliefs of honesty, kindness, compassion, integrity. um, all of those values, all of those beliefs, whether they were materialistic beliefs, whether they were spiritual beliefs, I would integrate those into the company that I would build, and that would be the foundation with which the company would run, and that would be my gift to her.
Oh, great. It's nice. And also, like, do you prefer to working alone or in team environment?
Well, given that I'm an extrovert, I love collaborating with people because you see, when you're working alone, you only have one point of view, you only have one perspective to go by. But when you're working with a team of like-minded people, you get 4 to 5 or even more different perspectives. You get different points of view. You get to exercise different different schools of thoughts, sorry, with the people you're working with. So for me, primarily because I'm an extrovert and I'm a social butterfly, and I like to collaborate with people, I like to learn from other people, I would definitely work with a team as opposed to working alone.
Oh, great. And like now, so like make a quote and make a quote that describe about yourself.
A quote that describes myself.
Yeah, tell a quote that describes about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am somebody who has managed to balance my mind and heart, and I live according to what my soul has been destined to live by.
Nice quote. That was great. And now, okay. So like, what is your biggest regret and
Thank you.
why?
Sorry, I didn't catch a question. Would you mind repeating, please?
Yeah, sure. What is your biggest regret and why?
What is my biggest, sorry?
Regret.
My biggest regret.
Yeah.
Um, well, I try to live every day by to the fullest, and I don't know what my biggest regret would be because, again, going back to my mom, she's always taught us to do everything that, we've wanted to do, but it's also been about, treating everybody as an equal. And I think till now, I don't really have any regrets because every day is a new beginning. Every day is another chance for me to, show up and show out for myself and for other people as well. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, do you find it difficult to adapt in any new situation or any situation?
Well, I think it would depend on the situation. Maybe, if I was moving to another country and that's a totally new cultural aspect that, I would be getting myself into. But, with time, I think I would be able to, kind of adapt to it properly and, efficiently and in a way that, I'm able to understand everything else. Um, but I feel like, everything at the start is difficult, but as you move on and, as you progress, as you meet people who are like-minded, as you meet people who are willing to help you out, um, you'll be much more able to adapt to any situation that you're put into.
Great. Okay. What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? Um, I think that I have a lot of dreams that, I would like to pursue and I would like to achieve. And I I never give up. Even when I want to, I never ever give up. And there's a voice within every one of us that speaks to us. And for me, I live my life by listening to that voice. And when I listen to that voice and I, you know, listen to what it tells me, and I go by it, amazing things can happen. And I think that is what makes me unique.
Okay. And also, like, what is your great strengths?
What is my great, sorry?
What is your great strength? I mean, great strength, skills.
My great, okay. Able to solve a lot of problems, because I don't really look at them as problems. I look at them as, stepping stones to achieving something greater. And I listen to my intuition a lot, and most of the time it's pretty much always right. Um, and I think those are what my true strengths are. And also I have the ability to, manage my time in such a way that I'm able to do what it is I want to do on a daily basis without having to listen to what other people's perceptions of who I am and what I should do, um, are.
Okay. So, like, how do you define success on your path?
Okay. Success to me is being able to do what I can every day without putting excessive amounts of pressure on myself, because a lot of the times we have so many to-do lists. Every morning you're like, okay, you know what, you list 10 things you have to do. But one thing I always ask myself when I'm doing that is, where am I on that to-do list? And once you've cultivated and once you've established a practice that, you know gives you some sort of fulfillment and gives you some sort of satisfaction, that is success in itself. Success isn't about the big things you accomplish. It's about the little, very, very small things that you don't even tell people about.
Oh, great. And this is going to be the last question. Not, yeah, last. Actually, okay. Okay. So, what is your dream job actually? Like, what do you want to become?
Okay. So I have a lot of um, I have a lot of dream jobs that I want, okay, and I'm still trying to find a way to kind of integrate it all together. I think we were talking about creating some sort of mindfulness organization a few days ago. Um, I want to be able to create a company that integrates mindfulness, that integrates learning how to trust your intuition, learning how to listen to that inner voice. Um, an institution where everybody is an equal, everybody has a safe space to come and say, you know what, I need help. I need somebody to co create life with me. And for most of my life, I have always wanted to help in any way possible. And I feel like my purpose is to help people who are in the special needs sector. And that's actually a field that I want to specialize in when I go to university. Um, and I also want to work with kids because, kids are fun, they're energetic, Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't exactly know what career prospect I want in on, but I know that I want to build an institution or a company where it's kind of like an umbrella that covers everything that I want to do within the scope of mindfulness coaching, within the scope of intuition based coaching, within the prospect of helping people who have special needs, especially within, autism spectrum awareness and, just all these different kinds of things that empower people instead of dehumanizing them.
Oh, great. So thanks for coming here. And it was like great to talk with you. And I will always support your mindfulness to become as an organization or as an institution company. As you told, I will always support you. You have always my support. And just tell your mom a respect from me. Like, I just want to thank your mom because she grew up you and your sister. That was a single mom. That is a biggest thing which I
Yeah.
have never heard. So yeah, thanks for coming here once again, and thank you all for watching this.
Thank you.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe it. Thank you.